What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J. This is the exclusive photos for season 4, episode 8 of BMF Black Mafia Family. And of course, we know they haven't sold any drugs this season, but we do got photos and we got B-Mickie back, but we don't see any photos of Lamar. So it's going to be interesting how they do these last 3 episodes. But we're going to jump into a couple of these photos and give our predictions about what's going to happen this weekend on BMF episode 8. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm J. We're on that road to 55,000 subscribers with a goal of 60,000 by the end of the year. So do your part and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's jump into these photos. This is BMF. I'm just going to jump into it. BMF, B-Mickie Snitching, back in the game, helped out Lamar, turned his back on Meech and Terry, all to save his daughter. So how do I think the B-Mickie story is going to end? Well, this is BMF, and we don't really see Meech or Terry putting nobody down. But I don't see B-Mickie making it out of this season. Well, being that it's the last season, it really doesn't matter if he does or if he doesn't, because I don't know what they're going to do with the character. I was surprised that they actually brought him back. But we do know that he turned on Meech and Terry, and he actually tried to set them up when he missed that shot. So now it's like B-Mickie's a low-key mastermind, but we're going to have to see how this plays out because he still needs work. So I'm thinking he might take out Hoop. Hoop would be a good person to take out just so Meech and Terry can be like, wait a minute, who did this? All of this aligns and points back to B-Mickie before they can take him out. Believe it or not, episode 8, we are getting introduced to a new character, Sky Jackson. She's playing a woman by the name of Ashley. Now, from the description that I've seen, it's saying that she's someone that's going to potentially change Meech's life moving forward. I keep emphasizing that we only have 3 episodes, so I don't know why we're introducing a new character, but maybe she has a plug like with the clubs or helping Meech backdoor the music industry. They say that she's going to help Meech change his life. And we know that BMF, when it came to the music, all that really was just a front to clean up the money because BMF music wasn't selling like it was supposed to, or at least they thought. So I want to see how Ashley is going to be in this. I'm pretty sure Meech and Ashley, they're going to be getting it on because that's what Meech does whenever he meets a new woman. But we shall see. It's 3 episodes left, so maybe she'll show Meech how to start washing the money or show him how to use the girls to transport things to be low key, just like how they kind of had Nikki hop on the flight when she was pregnant. I'm not too sure. Let me know what you think about Ashley and what could they potentially do with just 3 episodes left. Wanda. One thing we can say about BMF is Wanda's going to be looking good and Wanda's going to be beefing with Terry and with Marquisha. So the only thing I can say with Wanda is she did give little Nikki some advice and basically telling her, hey, you're pregnant. You might want to stay here. It might be the best thing. You got your support. But she does have a combination to any of the money that might be left over. Now, I'm not sure how much money Nikki took down to Atlanta because she had to go over to the house and get that. But remember, Wanda has access to all the money. And we know Marquisha is really playing the game. And we have a photo of Marquisha and Boom. So we don't know which side she stands on because Marquisha is an opportunist. But we know Wanda, we know exactly where she stands. And that's on business and nothing less than it. So her and Marquisha, they might end up having a little spat before this is all said and done. But she has been holding it down for Terry. And I think she'll continue to do that because they do have 2 kids together. Now, I'm not a betting man, but I can bet you one thing. I know crooked pastor Lucille did not spend $3,000 on groceries. You spend $3,000 on groceries, you better be having a cookout, a family reunion, because just between you, little Nikki, and that baby in the stomach, and maybe Wanda, $3,000 worth of groceries up front is going to go to waste by the end of the week. I don't know what Lucille is doing, but remember, Lucille didn't want to take that dirty, filthy money from her boys. She is a God-fearing passer. And now she's going off on little Nikki, and that money was for the baby. See, this is why they stay on Section 8, because she doesn't know how to manage money. You could have took $100, $200 on the high end back in 1995, stocked up the groceries, filled up the refrigerators, all the cabinets, and the deep freezer that you got out in the garage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But now she's arguing with little Nikki when little Nikki is in the same situation that she was when she had Meech and Terry. But she spent all the money. Nikki is doing drug trafficking from Detroit to St. Louis to Atlanta to who knows where. And Lucille done spent the money. What I think is going to happen is Lucille's going to get caught We know Charles is going to Atlanta, but Lucille's going to get caught, and they're probably going to get kicked off of Section 8, or Meech and Terry are going to have to come and bail her out. Or ultimately, Lucille might get kicked out of the church once they find out how she's really maneuvering, because Lucille has changed over these last 4 seasons from the innocent mother working at Wendy's to this pastor that's just crooked and stealing from her own people. These two are going to clash forever. Ever since Lucille showed a little bit of cleavage and went in there and lied on that Section 8 application, she ain't been the same. Look at this crooked smile here. This is, I won't call her the devil because we love Mama Meech, but this is a look of, you know what? I'm in the game. If my boys can do it, I can do it. So now Lucille's running around with $1,000 gators on like she's Ric Flair or somebody. But she doing what she got to do to survive. Now, I'm not saying what she did was all right, but trying to make it in Detroit was a day-to-day fight. And Pastor Lucille, she may be a little more crooked than, you remember Snoop Dogg? Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg, we can hold him into a higher standard, at least as being a pastor. Marquisha and Boom, again, I don't know where they stand with each other. Marquisha seems like she's trying to play everybody and put herself in a situation where she'll be gaining. Now, the thing about this is Marquisha won't be able to survive in the game because, one, she doesn't know who she needs to know, nor what she needs to say. We find out that she was actually trying to get Terry set up, and then Terry called her out. We know that her and Boom, their relationship is still on the rocks, but he's just getting played because she's just looking for another connect. Because remember what I told you, Wanda has the combination to the safe. Marquisha doesn't have anything. She don't have any dope. She don't have any money. So she needs Boom to plug her in with whoever she can get in with. And she can take whatever little bit of money she has and try to flip a couple of pies. But it's not going to work for her. And once Meech finds out what she's doing, I know Terry's going to get on her because of the Boom situation. But Meech will shut all of this down. Although I think Terry is the smartest out of both of them. Lastly, we got Terry, and this looks like it's another flashback. So I'm assuming they're probably in Mexico, and this is after the shootout that allegedly took place with the federales last week. So Terry, he has a lot on his plate. He got to deal with Wanda. He got to deal with little Nikki naming the baby after Demetrius. He got to deal with Demetrius. He got to deal with Loco. So he has a lot. He also got to look out for B-Mickie. So Terry's not going to have any time to just chill and relax. Meech is down there doing music, hanging out in the strip clubs. Terry is really going through a lot of drama in hell on his own while he's up here in Detroit. But he's trying to make something shake. But what I'm thinking is going to happen, Detroit's going to either get too hot for him, and we heard Meech and Loco talking about expanding to California, and ultimately we know that's where Terry's going to end up at. So I think we're going to start to see him go out there because Meech ain't going to be able to handle Atlanta, St. Louis, and California. So it'll probably be, well, Terry, you go out to California and you get that started, and Meech, he'll handle everything else. All right, let me know what you think about the whole BMF situation. I'm Modi J. Terry and Meech, they got to start moving this weight, or we're going to be looking at episode 9 and 10. Like, what are we even watching? And maybe Nikki's going to have little Demetrius this episode. I don't know. We shall see. It did look like they were in the hospital. So let me know what you think. Is Nikki having the baby? Is Pastor Lucille going to get back on the godly path? And is Terry and Meech going to squash their beef and start to move some dope like what we've been waiting to see? I'm Modi J. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're on the road to 55,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. I'm out.